Okay, good morning, class. Okay, welcome to our second week of the class. This is information and data visualization. So today we have proudly invited Professor Dr. Lim as our keynote speaker, and she is the wait a minute. She is the association professor in FMU now, and she is the expert in digital content for graphical user interface. And she has a wealth experience in media art, HCI, and usability and user experience also. So later we will invite her for our 2 hours talk, and students may encourage to ask a question and go interactive with Dr. Forest in chat, or just open your the voice and voice out. Okay, so we proudly welcome Dr. Forest. Dr. Forest, is your time now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So welcome every students here. Let me see how many students here. So how many students is not here yet? I see.
I think only one student haven't come in yet.
Okay, don't worry. I think I just brief interview myself first. Okay, I study graphic design in California College of Art and Design. Last time is Art and Design. Now they rename it called California College of the Arts. Okay, it's a very beautiful university and more than 100 years, I guess now. And after that, I further study in Yale University and School of Art, and I was staying there for a few years, and that was California for first 4 years in California, and then the second last 2 years in Connecticut. Then last year when I was in US in New York, I working there for a year before I come back to Malaysia. When I come back to Malaysia, I work in one of these company as an art director. After 1 year, I joined Multimedia University since 1996. Till now, it's 22 years. Yeah. I'm enjoying teaching and do research. That's why I can keep me so long in academics, as here for so long. And hope that you all enjoy my class. Usually I treat my students, just like your friends. Usually we go out and here and there to eat food and so on. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you all the images. All my students have fun images with me, because all the images I keep inside computer, one of the hard disks in my office. So last few days I didn't have a chance go back to office. So I show whatever I have, I really organize and all over again on my site, because most of the material is in office. Okay, so usually people call me Forest. I have Chinese name also called Lim Yan Ping. And why I name myself Forest? Because my family name is Lim. When I was in US, they had hard time to pronounce my Chinese name. They usually call me Adeline, they call me Ping Ping Ping, all kind of names come out. So and now I create to select one of the English name for myself. There is Forest, there is Nim. Lim is Ning in Chinese, right? So that's why I call it Forest. Yeah. And also, as this name also admire on one of famous designer in Japan. They create the forest as in the poster, so really inspire me. So create using this name. Okay, since so can I start now? Even though one student haven't shown up yet.
Yeah, the student say she is the Wi-Fi is not good, then she will go, just go to the Facebook Live. So you may share now. Thank you.
Okay, you all can drink a cup of coffee and breakfast in front of your screen. That will be so much fun. Okay.
Yeah, just like me.
Yeah. The first thing I said, good morning, that is what I prepare. At first, your lecturer also think, how come the screen is blank? Because that is how we could connect back. Okay. So the first slide I would like to share is a design for information. I admire all the images in this book, by Isabel, and she have a very good images. And as you can, this author, she has her own website. You can take a look all the images and her latest research. It's very interesting and very simple and easy to to find out all the images and information is very clear. Whatever you see, you get all the information based on one small images or one icon on one directions. Okay. Today I'll focus on information and infographic design and data. So you know all the information, whatever you put it there, you must have related with your histories, theories. Of course, it have the effective information. Whatever information you put up there, the images you should tell you what it's all about regarding the history, regarding the theory of the visual you are seeing now. Okay. I've got graphical principle. Before you start working on the information, of course, you have a graphical principle. Then you have some design background. Then you have history background. Then you have an art history background. Then you allow to create the good information. When, for example, you want to create the icon, you just want to make sure that you know the name of the company you selected is their history and their background very well before you can come up with their icon for them as a logo. Okay. Infographics, infographic and information design. Infographic, there is info and combination of all the images. The image can be anything, can be illustration. You can use photo, and then you can use drawing and so on, so on. Of course, the information, they have the story behind, and they allow you to display the visual. Visual display, usually they are cover the illustrations, symbols, and map and diagram together with the verbal language. The why you are doing this? The purpose is communication information. The purpose is be able to communicate, be able to give information to your audience, to your client. For example, the client asks you to design something or to design a letterhead or to design a logo. You need to get most of the information from your client. So you allow to create the images for them. If you don't know, you doesn't have any background, doesn't have any information, it's very difficult for you to start to design for them. Unless you totally let you to decide, you just create anything for me, just based on whatever you know, I want totally new images, then you have to start working on a lot of research related with that specific content. Of course, when I look the communication communicates to the specific audience, the client will tell you. Sometimes the audience, they are children, they are adult, then you have to create a certain images meet this audience or the client. Of course, the main purpose for the information design is inform what is out there, what is you want to share. Very much like you create the information, you create a website, you have the contract is persuasive, to approach, to convince, to link to the audience, bigger audience. Like example, now you are using what apps? You're using app. When you are using any app design or using any web design in based on a mobile, all of a sudden you are texting on your texting to your friend. All of a suddenly they have some messages pop out, tell you that there's something on sale, there's something. That's why there is something to approach you to approach you, to get more information or to get you to buy something. Especially in Malaysia, they have Lazada and Shopee always come out, the messages, they tell you what to buy this today promotion and so on, so on. So sometimes you are not that kind of person who like to buy things, you feel very annoying. So that's why they will allow you.
Sorry, Dr. Forest has already mute for just a while just now.
I didn't touch anything.
No, maybe you can repeat just now you mentioned.
When did I stop?
You say the many of the company like Lazada, Shopee use this kind of technique to persuade them.
Yeah. Very funny is because in my screens now show up your internet is unstable. Very strange.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think my internet side not error. Okay. So when you use, sometimes you are working on your WhatsApp, you send messages to your friends, then something message coming in, say, they have on sale, they have some new product coming, and they have something information to tell you, to inform you. Okay, in the same inform you, that means persuasive approach. Is not forcing you, but the thing it keep coming in, you alert you. You may say, oh, like let me try and then take a look and then see what kind of information is there. That is another way the advertisement coming. Even though small, but they just pop out, on top of your WhatsApp screen, right? So there is another way, because the technology keep changing. It's not like the old times, you're not allowed to do that. Not the app so popular, you are allowed to download anything from the app. Okay, so just now we talk about the information to inform and to persuasive approach. Now we go to infographic. Infographic also visual display layer. The big difference is because they are most related to symbols, map, and diagrams, and check verbal language communicate informations. Okay, this one also have to have a verbal language to communicate too. This one also, but only thing is the difference is the images you see a big difference. Okay, here you see the illustration and map, just like now very popular infographics and diagram and guide you to communicate with you in the wave, the directions will guide you and then to drive to certain places, and with a very good information and diagram in the map as well. If the map's not clear, how can you go reach to certain destination? Information design is communicate design, persuasive approach. Just I mentioned to you just now, based on the advertisement, they just keep coming with images, and very simple images. Wayfinding system visualization, the way for you to can easily designing your wait, I make sure I copy that. Okay, you must record the information. Information is like display the information. They have information. They convey meaning. Whatever you put it up there. For example, you put A. What's the mean A for you? Can be A is good. A for any other purpose. The convey the meaning. For example, I mentioned to you forest. Where is the information come from? Of course, I mentioned to you just now. It's based on one of the famous Japanese designer. He using forest to create a poster. It's yeah, that's why I got the idea. Forest name. What is the meaning? The meaning is because my family name is in Lim, so it's considered forest. Come up with this name, and also increase working memory. It's just like when you call me Forest, it's like you're calling my family. It's a memory for me. It may not have a same meaning like what you see when you look at the forest. Okay, Then of course to face whatever you go to search engine, whatever facilitated search, easier for you to search whatever you want. For example, you look at the map, you look at the train. You are going to, for example, from where New Era is in Kachang, right?
Yeah.
Kachang to KL. So you can go to search, immediately they pop out, and then from the wave, then you know where to go, how to go, and then discovery easily. Okay, they have, even though there are nobody there, how come you know how to go KL using wave? Because the communication and the information is very clear. Okay, easy for you to this discovery. You don't need to think, not even need to take 1 second. Okay, perceptual inference and detection and recognition, provide model actual. All this, the last 4 we go for. I'll show you some other images, because now without images, very difficult to tell you perceptual inference and recognition. Okay, we'll go next. But now the first 4 I can tell you based on my the name of my the verb from my family name. You see that how complicated the from Kachang to KL, you want to take transit. So you can see the color clearly stated with a simple typographic of the location. The color play very important role. You see that? The color, light color, that's why the in front line, all the line had to be very strong, very clear, and not so thin, not so light. And using simple, can you see clearly from your screen now? Maybe I try to enlarge it. You see that? Even though the typeface also simple, just using bold text and light text and poly text, simple. And the color, I think they play, I shouldn't say I think, they emphasize a lot using color. Okay, they're using number and using simple icon and to guide you where you're supposed to go. You see, do you need anybody? You need your lecturer to guide you how to go here and there? No need, right? It's simple. So that's why you no need facilitator. Information and infographic is clear. Okay, so that is very good example. Okay, another one. Transit. You see that? You have to transit one place to another place. You need to take another train to certain place and certain area you want to go. Maybe you go to Titiwangsa, maybe you go to Ampang Park. So you know where to go. Clearly, I didn't go KLCC. I usually go KLCC. I'm very familiar with that. The rest, I'm not very sure. Okay, because I like KLCC, because I like to go to Colonial bookstore. That's why I go there. No, I didn't go because of COVID. This one is from Hong Kong. Even why I'm showing Chinese character, because just now that view, you see this is in alphabet. It's simple and clear stated. Now it's even more complicated because they're including alphabet, including Chinese character. How these two communication can get along so well. Even I go to Hong Kong to find my good friends. I also based on this, and then to stop into airport, then I'll take train to her house and Bebe course. I don't know where is it now. Long time we refer it. Okay, and I go with Hong Kong U because I have students doing PhD over there last night. So I went to Hong Kong quite often because my bad friends there. So you see that so simple and clear. Even though you look at this one without background images, this one without background images, this one with background images, you see that? The background images, the lay out the information there will not destroy the main focus point. Okay, that is called hierarchy. What is hierarchy? There is a text you can see. And the background maybe it's just a texture or for decoration purpose. Something for decoration, you make sure you don't stand out compared with the fun images or fun information. Okay, very important. So whatever you place images, you look at this and a very good example, how you play the text, just try to read, try to check it out, what kind of typeface they are using, why they can see clearly, even though they are smaller as inside the handphones. You are allowed to view this in the handphone as well. This is from website. Okay, so these are very, very important. Whatever you see, whatever you must get, you get, especially you are designing, it's not for yourself, it's for the bunch of people are using it. Okay, this is very complicated information. This one is based on chronological order. Also, can you hear me? Because my window pop out say the internet unstable.
We can hear you clearly.
Okay, so you see that this is so complicated oceans images, and for talking about the changes and the wave happen in the ocean on this. Okay, the Pacific coast. Okay, this one is so complicated. You think they take one day to build it? No, because they have to study very well. The images you see so clear. What kind of images, what kind of fish in that Pacific area? They have people dying down and then study. You see, there is a people who have an interest to get or dig out all the information. That we are very happy. We are very lucky. We don't have to do all kinds of research, but there are people that are doing this. So that's why we can get a sort of wonderful piece of work. Okay. Okay, this is black tea. For example, you want to create a black tea. You see, what's so many information behind this? You think just pour a cup of tea, that's all. Then you make sure that the water, temperature of water and tea, what you want to mix it in, and how many cups, and all this so clear in this information. So you want to prepare a cup of tea. You know what? The behind the tea, what is the story behind the tea? What is the background of the tea? Where it's come from? You see, they have a map there. They tell you the map, you know, the tea come from this few country, and then how to make and what is good to mix with the tea and so on, and using how the cup and the utensil, the cup they are using. You see, very specific. This is all is about information. Today you drink a cup of coffee, you think about this. When you drink a cup of coffee, tea, you think about this? Never, right? So that's why when you think about it, your life is so much fun. Oh, this cup of tea, you think about where they grow, where they come from, why the color like this. Because I like to do all these things. I collect flower, I collect roses in my garden because I'll make rose tea, you know, and the process is very nice. The experience nobody can teach you. When I have a collection, how I grow the rose, how I collect the rose, I put fertilizer, all this the process, I draw it out every day. Okay, I take picture, I show my friend, oh, today this is my diary life, you know, I make a tea with the lime from where? Also from my garden, how I dry and so on, so on. Unfortunately, I cannot show you here. So that is a process. Then when I look at this, I'll think I should do something like that. So when you alert, whatever you do, actually it's very beautiful every day. When you think about it, life is so meaning. This why people come up with information, because the meaning behind. There's but this information has to be super clear because for a public. For your own image information is for yourself. That you enjoy it. You enjoy it, then the life is so easy. Okay, very difficult time. No, and then you enjoy doing it, the process, and you just like you doing your assignment. You make sure you like it. You have to fall in love whatever you choose. Okay. Just like this cup of tea, you can come up with such a good information because they like it. You see, these are how they move to one place to another place, the sculpture. You see that? Where this information is not simply the author or the designer simply put it there. They have maybe archaeology, they go find out the place, and then who are the ethnic there, ethnic there, and also specific country. You see the map there clearly stated where is the locations and how the people look like. How is look at the their texture in the body. You know that they are not people staying around us. They are from specific country, specific area. Okay, they are connected. You see the color, even though you see the color play very important role for information. You see the color, the cool side of the black tea here. Okay, but the information, the small cup, spoon, they are stand out. You see that the ocean, if you're using light yellow color, doesn't make sense. You have to use blue. So that's why you need to understand the color very well. Okay, you see this cup white blue color background because that you cool, you enjoy it. It's so hot. Green color doesn't make sense. And this one, the color, you see the combination of the color of the nature, mountain, and the human body texture and the sculpture. They get along very well. You see that? So don't put color at one side. They have to do it together, integrate together with the images. Okay, so I've stopped for a while. I will call a person. Wait, Tu Minh Ki, Tu Minh Ki, are you there? Hello, Tu Minh Ki. Can I see your face? Hey, are you there? Can't hear you.
Maybe she cannot open the video, but she can answer you in the chat box. She say hi to you.
Okay, very lucky. I choose you when your video is not working. So I have to, I cannot see my chat. Oh, hi. Okay,
yeah, I can translate to you.
Okay, you know what? I off it first, minimize it first. Okay. Because you cannot see, I cannot see you. I want to see somebody I can see. How about Lao Biyung?
Yes.
Okay, can I see you?
Okay, sure. And let me open my video. Hi.
Hi. You see, okay, this image, what do you see?
The face of a man.
Everyone can take a look, but now I let Lao Biyung start first. What do you see in the image?
The half face of a man.
And
And
how many faces?
2.
Yeah, one is look at the right hand side. The other one is facing us, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Very good. Your your focus point is very clear. Good. Hopefully you can do it well. Okay.
Thank you.
I just want to take a break and then let you see something else instead of I keep talking very fast. I don't need even take 2 seconds. Good. Yeah. So sometimes it's very important. Why I showing you that not necessarily you have to show the whole face, or you have to show the exactly 90-degree angle. You can show that different angle. Okay, then the interpretation are different. Maybe you see from the right hand side this person who designed this with the purpose. Maybe they want you to see certain angle first. Okay, yeah. So it's good you can get it easily. Okay, so I go to next lesson. Next. Okay, when you create the information and for infographic design, you will make sure they have this one. I get it from internet, and I put down there. They have the address there. Whatever you get it from, you remember put the citation there. If that's why I put adapted because I didn't change it all. Whatever you want to keep the material exactly, better you put the full address there, and then better don't change anything. But you can remove certain text, but you can add certain images, but don't change the original content of this from this website. Okay, there are 12. I give you 12 guides here. 12 information is created by this author. Infographic are a good way to share. If you cannot share, that means there is something wrong with the story, something wrong with the topic, and then you need to make an argument. You need to explain the process. Just like the images I show you, you never see it before. And then the train, the transit, the map, the train stations, all this, and the map, you are very clear. You don't need to explain. Do you nobody to stand at the behind and then explain to you the process. So that's why they are successful. That is good way to share. Of course, they have to do a lot of testing. Ask out many different people who are usually take train. Maybe also from they not just only test out in Malaysia. They will go send to overseas like UK. Designer in UK. Look at the map there. Can you see the transit? Any problem? And so on, so on, so on. So they give the good feedback. Then they improve and improve for maybe take a year to improve that. Who knows? Okay, because Malaysia that time our train station is not as a long history as compared with in UK or in US or in other country. Okay, layout that matches your content and help tell you your story. The map will tell you where to go. The information and content very clear. Okay, from my place to KLCC is very clear. The content I want is for me is the bookstore. Okay, so I have, that is my content. Okay, and the transit, the train from one place transit to one location to another location is very clear. It's a match. Okay. Okay. What do you see now? So Chai Ling. What do you see? Are you there, So Chai Ling?
I think Chai Ling has bad connection. Just now, her friend told me her connection is not good.
Okay. How about Jia Jia?
Yeah, Jia Jia.
Hi, yes, I'm here. Hello.
Can I
hello.
see? Can I see you?
Yes, sure. Wait.
You only see me, show me your face. I cannot interact. Okay, tell me what you see on the screen.
Account
And
and
how many?
grass.
No. Wrong.
What's that on the count? Net is
Now you see the world map here. Can you see that?
oh yes.
Can you see my cursor move around?
Can.
You see Australia is here.
Oh.
You see, where's Malaysia? Where's Malaysia? Malaysia is here. You see? So that's why it's interesting. What image you want to see first? When when small the time, I immediately see is the world map. When I reduce, I enlarge it, I see the cow, the ox, the cow, cow. Okay, so that's depend on what kind of information the artist or the designer would like to show you. If they're using other like zebra, that's why you have to choose a very good object. If you put zebra itself is a lot of line. You may not can show the map, world map very well. Okay, that's why it depends on the animals you choose, also very important. That's why whatever the combinations of the object to another object, the cow actually is your background subject, background. Actually, the mean is a world map. Okay, but you have to find something, just like you watch movie, they're supporting actor. You make sure that the supporting actor can support the actor very well, not take override. Okay, so the cow actually, even though big size, but you see after that say what is cow? What I want to do? What can I see? Okay, but actually they have story behind on top of the cow is the world map. Okay, yeah. That is the reason. That's why you have to alert. Seeing things, you know, is keep yourself more open and not say count, but there's something behind that. Find out. Then your design will be very interesting. And people, oh, okay, not just like look and then never say anything, then run away. Okay, you do want this thing happen. When as a lecturer, usually when we see student work, we usually can remember very well when students can have some very creative work, then we can remember after 10 years, 20 years, they can remember. Okay, something like that. Like my work is good, and my lecturer, my professor, I recommend some junior to come and see me and then talk to me and ask me to guide them, to share with them. That's when I was in student time, undergraduate in California. Okay, so rest your eye for a while, then we go to next one. Okay, just now I mentioned to you the 12 common types of infographics. Okay, they be able to share. Now we go to data centric. Okay, so the data centric infographic focus on a multiple data set. Some others data is not just only focused on one specific group. They may have a lot of information cover it. Okay. For example, like the transit map, you want to find out how many people go to KL, how many people go to Kachang, how many people go to Subang, how many people go to certain area. So they need to collect. So in the transit just now is, for example, here, I go back here. If I want to collect the data based on this one, based on this, is red, different transit. Okay, so I may stand from beginning to the each station. Okay, in each station, I need to collect data about a certain time. Okay, for example, 9 to 10 o'clock, how many participants will go through that specific station. So I had collect a number. I had to collect the number all the time. So end up of the report, I have, you know, if I come here, come back here, the century group, I have 10 different data. Okay, each data they for different location and different participant. Okay, I can based on can create into the chart. So I have a 10 different pie chart. Okay, to share in a certain figures. Okay, there is a number. So the information, if you put into, for example, I said 20 in red color station. If I say 1,000 in green station, when I said 2,000 in when you say here, when you see the number, when you hear the number, you cannot imagine, you cannot difficult to see how high, how different in, okay, in the inside the data. So when you have the number, you create the infographic and information. The message clear and consistency to play that there are 10 different data based on the transit. Okay, to support, of course, you have to support the material. Have to be very clear. For example, you see this one. I want to remove this so I can show most. Okay, so data centric, you see this big data, you see more than 1,000 and maybe more than 10 group. Like the transit map, there are 10 group. Okay, because why I say 10 group, because you can see the 10 different color and stop and different places and different locations. Okay, big data. Big data, they usually image of a lot of information. They can, this company is talking about the warehouses consisting of several structures. This is a big company. They talk about their warehouses in many different locations. But this one is just give you a picture, but not necessarily you have to see detail in clear information. Okay. And then this one is very based on a Kobe Bryant. Maybe you know him, is for NBA, the basketball. Okay, you see that they record. Actually, when you look at the left-hand side, is the whole poster about his information, but I break into two different here because I can show you the number here. You see the number? You see the number in 38,000, 36,000. All this number is so abstract, and then you don't even know where is the how to divide the 25% and 15%. When you see the top there, the chart, the graph there, then you can see that the blue color and the purple color and the yellow color to tell you the content of information about his collections. We are talking about his career. Okay, the score. They go every time they go to play basketball, they collect the point. So end up you have a 30,000 points. How you see the 30,000 points collected is based on the chart. You can see that. Okay, I didn't very care about the number. I just really just want to show you that how they putting together in the charts and the information and the person with the images. Okay, and of course this one is support and sponsored by Nike. You see that because he wear Nike shoe. Okay, this whole graph maybe is based on well, a Nike company pay somebody to do it for them. Okay, it's very clear. The color they use simple, just only yellow and blue, purple color for all the way through the whole poster. You see that? Yeah. Sometimes color play very important roles in all this information. It's simple and nice. And this one is also another. This one is talking about the music in your life. The person who collected, they can use human figure to differences the percentage of the data. You see that? And then of course you see the pie chart. They divided the color. Then you see the percentage inside. Okay, inside this is a sim. Usually, even though myself I like to use pie chart, either graph because simple and easy. I usually hardly use images. If you use images, you have to create yourself. Either you can use ready-made, like Excel. They have tons of example. Okay, and then on the right hand side, you see that they are using different diagram. Different design, not necessarily have to use pie chart. Some other using different images, but this one they're using software to generate the data for them. So don't worry about that. As long as the information and the number from the data is clear, then whatever images you want to put out is up to you. Of course, the color have to be simple and they can get along one to another because you see the line there separate. It's not they wrote the line here or they draw a line here, but because the color separate the percentage of each diagram here and each pie chart here. Okay, clear? This is the 12 of one. This is a 1 out of 12 or call, okay, called data centric. Right for a while, then we go to second one. Okay, G on. Which one you see now? What do you see? Jion, are you there? Jion, why I call you? Because my colleague also called Jion exactly the same writing, just only the surname, family different. I called Jion, like I calling my colleague.
Dion, I think he cannot open the screen and mic, right? Dion, he replied on the chat box say two-face.
Okay, I didn't. Jion can say anything, no. But he can see or not? Cannot also.
He can see and he has replied in the chat box say two-face. Jion, can you open the mic? 可以开那个 I think he cannot, right?
Oh, cannot. So good, you see two faces and the vase, right? Flower vase, right?
Yes.
That's good. Because I don't dare to click on anything else, you know, I afraid after this suddenly missing. So rest for a while, then we go to a second common type of infographic. Timeline. Timeline is very important. Share information over chronological time. For us, very simple. Our timeline is like we grow up, baby. After that, go to kindergarten, right? Then after primary school, secondary school, university, and postgraduate, if you want to carry on your further study. Then after that, you have a career, you married, you have children. That's my chronological times. Okay, so history of the topic is very important. Yeah, and multiple event. It can be anything happen. It can be, for example, my my kindergarten time. Maybe they have many things happen. Maybe my secondary school time is not many things happen. Maybe it's very smooth, very clear. So when I in university is too many things happen because I was in US and I go to meet up with different people and in different environment. So I have many things happen. That's why the time I have many data, different type of data. Okay, so this one depend on yourself. Okay, time and period. You see, this is John Williams regarding about his career as in movie. You see that started from 1958. Of course, he get the first Oscar in 1971, and nominate, you know, and then he get so many awards. My goodness, you see that one 1971 up to 2012, 1, 2, 3. There are more than 10 awards. It's incredible. That's why people think that he's a good thing to put it into as an example because it win a lot of awards. And then music therapy. You see that they have many ways to show your data based on the brain. Music, because it's why they are showing the brain, because it's talking about therapy. Okay, talking about time, talking about information. You see, they at bottom here, they have different information and different part of the inside the different part of brain. Okay, but I will show you the detail. Okay, you can view it in the future in internet. Okay, I just want to show you a different way to present your chronological information through infographic. Okay, this is another example, timeline. This one is talking about history. Okay, so that's why you see using the old material, the old background, it look like something is in quite some time, maybe for a century. Okay, not only 20 or 40 years, is like different century. You see the calling the way. Of course, you cannot put your iPhone inside the this data. iPhone is not happening as for that time. So that's why when you select images, you have to be very careful. Okay. You see, talking about history. Of course, they are using all these images because it's happened that specific time in London. Okay. And then you look at your right hand side, you see they have all information material talking about certain people, certain time, and in certain information. You look at the images here at the right hand side corner, they're different times. You see the circle are the size are very different. Because the size are different is showing that the bigger size of the images, they mean they have a bigger data. The number is stronger and bigger. Okay, either longer history, either they have something very important happen based on this people here. Okay. First and second, we finished. Now we are going to the third one. But I'll let you rest for a while because we go to the third one. And I want to be Suwon. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, you are there.
Hear me?
What do you see this image?
I have to say the first or the all of them.
You don't tell me first or second. When the first thing you see, when you open, oh, like that.
To an old couple.
Yes.
Mm,
And
first thing. And then I see another, I think young couple or two people, and one of them is playing guitar.
yeah. And then what else you see in the middle?
In the middle, I'm not sure what is it. Is it a vase?
Yes.
Mm.
Nah? Okay. Yeah. So that's why they want to play the trick by make sure that people still can see. If it's showing you this, but they still cannot recognize then the artist failure. Okay. So of course, they don't simply put the vase in the center. Make sure that the combination of this, the young people in the middle, and of course, the two old couple have to be play together very well with the angle, with the space in between both of them. Okay, so it's very interesting. But when I first see, I will see two. Depends, the impressions. When I see two young in the middle first. Then after that, I take a big eye, take a look again. Hey, I see the old couple. You see? So that's why the information have to be very clear and very precise. And then also have to raise composition. Okay, if you try to move a little bit space in between these two couples, then the vase is not formed. Okay, either one go up or one go down. Okay, you see the between the shoulder also play very well. So that's why whatever information, this is considered complicated compared with the cow and the map. Okay, and because of the color also playing very important role here. The combination, the whole thing, without not using very heavy contrast color. Okay, they are even lighting also merged with the some oranges color.
Doctor,
Okay.
I saw the old man brain has thinking about the young woman. Is
Oh, they got one young woman at the side.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a very good. Sorry.
36, I think 36.
36.
Yeah, page 36. Yeah.
Okay. You say, oh,
maybe he is wondering the
this guy have another lady, sir, with the back. That's why maybe they're telling story. I'm not very sure because I just feel that it's very interesting. I must share with the students. Sometimes see things different way, and people have a different interpretation. So that's why what you want to emphasize. Then you have to put it into first line or second line or third line. Hierarchy. After we go to hierarchy, then we know. Okay. So take a break. We go to third commons type of infographic. That's how show step-by-step process. Okay. The infographic answer the questions well across social media. Okay. Of course, all the images is put in the media. That's why I can pick it up. So that's why they well share also. And then all this infographic will answer the question also. So that's why I put it up there. I want to get the question answer I ask question, you give me the answer. Then I want to see what you see and what is kind of answer you want to give it to me. And then well, across the social media. You see, this one is how to use visual storytelling. You see, they're using the, not necessarily have to use pie chart, not necessarily have to use small icon, but they use different human figure. They use different images. You see that? Of course, they are that one they heart shape there. Of course, they are little with love, something like that. And then this one is talking about effective story, maybe about the story about this couple here. They are working life and who they meet in certain time, a certain day, and how many times they meet it up, and how many hour they need to use based on percentage. You can be say, I will not share the detailed information on this poster here, but I just want to roughly tell you that we can that we have 24 hours. How you divided your time, what you want to tell, your one-day story or your daily life, but you spend. Who do you spend? So like us, like your student, you can say morning, for example, 9 to 11 you have class. Then after that you have class in 5 to 7. So that's why you say, and then you can accumulate, and then you can look at 24 hours, how many percentage you spend per day. So in the class, so you based on the hour 9 to 11, 5 to 7 percentage equaling to the 24 hours. Try to check it out. Then you divide, and then how many times percentage you spend for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you can divide. So depend on how you want to divide your daily life, how you spend your time, something like that. Okay. Of course, when people look at the poster, the charge and percentage, they know how you occupy your time, and how you can tell this can based on the story. You not necessarily tell, oh, I go where, and I in the class you create a story base to tell as a metaphor, and then to mention that the specific time during the class hour. Not necessarily your study, you can mention something else to replace your study. There's many ways to give the visual storytelling. Okay, this second. Okay, this how the mistake, to start up a mistake. Okay, you can building something nobody wants, all this, all this is just an example. But you see, we don't use this. Okay, according to the right hand side, the information is even more complicated. They based on the number to tell the stages and the information. For this, the pie chart, they put on top 10. So that's why they divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under 10. Some other, you're not even inside the 8 and 9 is not even there. Maybe it's not covered 10, even though they put 10. Okay, but of course the color again is really very important role. It divided the percentage. You see that the 9 maybe is here, but I can't tell in detail. Okay, so that's why you see this one, they're yellow background, and then you're using the light color brown text. It's hard to see. Only I can tell you is a black color is very clear, but not in the brown color text. So that's why when you choose the color, have to make sure that the background is very important to supporting you. Okay, to support the front images. You see that? Even though the curvy, all the curves, like the road map, like the roads, but the information is very clear. You see that the text is stand out. It is easy to read as well, even though all are applying here white color text, but their background are different. But you can see, you can read clearly, even though they are small. You see that? This one is chakra. Okay, they based on a different color. Build it up. Of course, different color, They have different meaning, emotional, spiritual, all this. Okay, of course, you can not simply put any color for emotional, either for spiritual, because color have mean something, have the meaning behind. Okay, if you put emotional, you put hot red color, maybe it doesn't make sense. When you put career in green color, very positive because green, right? If you put career, you maybe put white color, maybe something wrong, empty. Okay, you see the green color here means satisfaction. Okay, and social color, they put light blue, green, because of the good positive relationship. Okay, the more you see the spiritual, we grow one sense and meaning of in life. There's something in life. Using yellow color makes sense. It can relate to sunlight and so on, and lighting and so on. So emotional pink color, maybe understand and cope with over feelings. Okay, this is not necessarily have to be the same as you. Okay, they have different meaning, because the way your life are very different than, you know, the life of the person who create this diagram. Okay, but because it's put wellness, of course everything have to be positive. So you see all the color here, you don't see super dark color or some dark blue color. It's all quite bright and light, because positive thinking and happier at work. This one can be happiest at work, you know, can happier as a student. Okay, okay, take a break. So you ate so far, you're clear on all this so far for up to 3 now. You all can follow. You're okay, students?
Okay.
Confine,
Yes.
Confine, Jion, Ming
Yes,
Kei.
yes. Okay, okay.
I one by one I call you. Don't sleep. Wait here for one. Now we're going to the 4th one. So I didn't got a chance to call Jion. Jion. They got Jion and Jion. Now I call Jion because I called Jion now just now. So I call Jion. What do you see, Jion? What do you see first? Hello, Jion. You need a cup of coffee before you can tell me the answer.
Jiyoung?
You there? Are you there? Oh, you have
Yeah,
something?
yeah. I think he don't have the mic in his I don't know his mobile or laptop, right? Jiyoung, 你可以开麦吗？
你可以看到我的吗？你可以看到我的 screen 吗？
Yeah, I think he's.
Sorry, doctor, because my connection very slow.
But you can see or not? Can you see?
Yes, a very beautiful color.
Huh? Wow, cannot be. Just beautiful color again, possible.
I saw many people diving.
Huh? Who?
Dying.
No,
Diving.
that one is very clear. What is the trick here? Okay, sorry. Someone can help him?
Anyone can see anything inside this picture?
Two faces.
The face.
Yeah.
Ah, how many faces? How many faces inside?
Two faces, Suwon say.
Okay, good. You see, this one, why you can see far away, because they want to show the distance. That's why it's not so clear, because you're using, you know, fish. You see the color is not so so bright, so dark. They show the distance. This is eye. You can see eye, 2 eyes here, and this is a mouth, and then this is a human face. Can you see, y'all? Okay. The second one is on your right hand side. You see the face here, the eye here, the nose. the nose here. This is a human face. You see how they put the human together so well. They don't even need to meet the other images to either draw the outline. They use whatever images are connected to the info here, the information here. If I put a different fish color there, excuse me, different fish color there, they may destroy the two images inside the ocean here, inside the deep sea here. You see that? Why this guy is just only halfway, just nice, just good. And then this one is just play here. Why are you using this anchor of this human? Why not the straight or half or smaller? You see, they play every single thing that they have to think. It's not simply, you say how difficult. You know, you can't even say anything, any problem here. You will say that, wow, so smart. How can they think about this? You must think about that. Why people can think this way? Why never I think about, for my design? I want to do something different, but I want to make it interesting and then very creative. Okay, if you put something just combine together, just make fun, but doesn't have a meaning, convey the meaning clearly, the information, infographic clearly, also doesn't make sense. So this one, they play every single dot inside there also count. Okay. Okay, rest for a while. We go to next. Geography. Geographical infographics, you see very often seen, no matter how many centuries ago they started using map. Okay, show data. Okay, entire focus of your infographic, especially the map, the transit map. I told you just now, also based on the map, based on the location. But of course, they don't need to draw the whole show the whole geographical. Location-based information using map to visualize geographical data. Okay. I'm showing this two different things here, even though it said that geographical must using the map. That's why I show you two, not necessary. Okay, depends on the designer, also depend on your client, also depend on the content you want to show. Okay, like this left right hand side Italy by region, they're showing that the information based on the food, based on the wine. That's why you see the whole map, there are different locations, they show different food, different images. So this one, in the certain area, they want to emphasize certain food or certain local food are very famous. You need to try. For example, Malacca. I go to Malacca, I will eat chicken rice. I go Penang, I eat chao kway teow. Anyone from Penang? No, nobody from Penang. 2 days ago, we just about talked to my colleague. He said that, oh, we open cross the stage now, we go and eat chao kway teow in Penang. So I said, because he went to Malacca yesterday for meeting, because we have campus in Malacca, I said, you eat behalf of me, eat chicken rice. Okay, so there's certain place, there's certain good food, you would like to try. In Kacang, what is famous? Kacang, what's famous? Tong. Not tang, is it?
Somebody say ice kacang. I don't know why is ice kacang. It's satay.
Satay, yeah, yes, that is a good point. Satay. Usually when people, my Hong Kong friend come, I also brought her to eat satay. Yeah, that's good point.
Say
yes,
chi chong fan.
But satay is very famous.
Yeah.
Okay, so not necessarily using map. This one is more challenging, I tell you, the one with the view, because you have to place so many different colors and then make sure that it can stand out. Okay, and then the typography also, some other not, you look at it, take a quick look, some other text you not be able to read clearly, like here. You see, that's why typographic play on top of this color, you must make sure that you be able to read. You see, compare with this one, you're able to read. You see, from this one, you cannot read. So that's why small typeface, small font size, you make sure that you can read very well in a small area. You see that how many is missing from here? This one is missing text. This one also missing text. So now you can learn from this one. Never put the light blue color on the light gray color background. You learn something today for this. Okay? Testing. And you never put the gray color in a light yellow color. You see that? Actually, this is not just only information based, but very good chart, information for us to go through for the color text and color background. And one good thing indeed, because this one very use a lot of color, it's very interesting. Okay, so you look at this, you know what is good color typography with a good color background. Okay, but the whole thing look very interesting. If we don't criticize on the the typo, you can't read. Okay, compare with this one. This one the Italian map, you only can see the foot, but because too many things happen now, that's why it's very crowded. You can't focus in one by one. But this one, the view here, you can focus one by one. You can choose what you want to see. But you look at the map here in the Italian map, you don't know which one you want to see first. You see the difference? Yeah, yeah. Even though both also the content is talking about the wine in Italy. You see this one? This one is New York green print. When I look at the New York map, I thinking recall me back, when I was in New York. I walk from one block to another block, or another street to another street. Usually I go to Fifth Avenue because Fifth Avenue got a lot of things inside there, a lot of information. And I also love to go to Museum of Modern Art, okay, in New York City. The green print, I mean, there is a lot of when during summer, you can watch a big screen, you can watch movie, okay, on the big screen, and then sit on top of glass. So fun, lighting now, everyone there. Yeah, recall back my student time. Okay, you see the geography, New York City green print. They are not just only with the map itself, also give the information, a lot icon information here, where to go, where to take your transport, where to bicycle, and where to get your trains in between. These two is a combination between the map and icon for the location and for facility. Yeah, so these two is actually, they are in a one long poster, but I divided into two because you can see a bit images here, a bit of icon here. Okay, so these two, you can see these two, the images is very clean and the color very clean. You see that the green color is using, you don't need to think about anything because it tells you the green, just use green color. But green also got many different type of green color. Okay, so this green is just like suit you with allowed to get along with the gray color very well, super well. Even though the small square boxes is talking about the building, talking about the road, talking about the avenue, they are stated clearly using gray color for the typo and color for the map. Just two color. So that's why if you cannot control color very well, better you use less color. Unless you have more experience, just like this one, then you play around more color. Because this one is very clear. The content say green print. When you say about green, then try not to use other color. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make your content. Okay. So that's why you have to make sure that the green, mint green, okay, the color. You look at the icon here, even though they're using light, different green, but still green color. Okay, yeah, actually you can use the green from the map, but if you want to look different, so they use a different type of green color. And of course, you see there how many color here, gray, black, and 2 type of green color, simple. Especially the small icon here play very important role. Of course, the text is also very clear here using a black text. Of course, no problem in a white background. Okay. This one talking about the cost of living around the world. On the left hand side, it's just using number. Of course, not so in it's information clear, nothing wrong, but it's not so interesting compared with the one with the images, with the building, with the in the tree and so on. Okay, so play safe. If we are not depend on the, if you have so much time to work on that, you're just using typo and simple background and using the number. Of course, the data, like for example, Switzerland is 126.03. Okay, there is a higher, so that's why they put number 1. Depend on the number. They don't simply put the country out there. Well, Switzerland is so expensive, so we don't go, but we can visit. Okay, which one is the lower? We go Belgium. And then we can eat chocolate there. Belgium got a lot of nice, good chocolate. Oh, you should taste it. Oh my goodness. And then France also. Oh, nice place. Okay, so I went to France a few times because I present my paper. Well, Australia in the middle. So now, if roughly you want to where you want to go now, you based on this infographics. At least today you learn something. After opens, you can visit, you can travel, choose the country you want to go. Okay, I will choose Belgium first. Okay, because the cost of living is not so high. And this one, because I play very important right hand side here, because it's some simple color, simple images here to tell you where to go. And the bottom side, because of the percentage, you see that? Yeah. So that is a different way to present. But this one, I'm not very sure about country stated because we are seeing here clearly. Maybe he have other information. I didn't put it up here. Okay, but this one, even though no, without images, but very clear information, just using number and text, nothing else. 2 color, gray and dark gray. You see that? Even the typo also without any color at all. But if that is what you want to go, where you want to go, and then how much money you want to spend, how much budget you have, then you look at this, just nice. Okay, yeah. So now we finish 4. Okay, and rest again, I go here. So, 鸡样汤鸡样 are you there?
Jiyong again.
Oh, Jiyoung again. How about Chai-Ling?
Telling her connection is not good. Maybe you can call Sufen.
Oh, Sufen, where are you? You are a very lucky number. Your lecturer call you now. Sufen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi.
Sufen, what do you see?
I saw the window there. There's a face. I think.
Yes. If you see, if the window put at the side or right hand side or left hand side, you will see the image. Okay, he just why put on the center because you focus these 2 ladies because they are in these 2 young couple in the middle. And why in the middle? Because it's exactly in the center. So your focal point, you will see 2 sides of the young couple, but you straight away to look at the middle. You know why? Because the contrast color from the front images, even though simple image, but they don't simply put anything that they put the images out there because it look like if I'm not mistaken, is a tree, right? The trunk of the tree from outside, the image from outside is not inside the mirror itself, right? So that's why if she put into, for example, the painting there may not so obvious. So that's why exactly when you open the images, immediately you see the center. You not even know who is these two young couple is in the middle, but you look at the center because the white color space. Right, the space. I try to look at the other screen, smaller, then you even see clearly. Let me see. You see, now I make it smaller. You see that? Even clearer, right? The images.
Yeah, more clear.
Yeah. So that's why you want to present your work, you want to do your presentation, you make sure that you have to have many options so you present your work better. Okay. So that's why I let you see the difference. Because I prepare two screens, so I see this screen is big screen, the other screen I reduce in the small size, so I can tell what can see the difference. So that's why I want to share with you. Okay. So now we go to the next one. It's important. Sometimes I need to put the blank space, let your eye rest for a while, and then we jump to another information. There is comparison. Okay. Presentation is very important. How you prepare your work also. Compare, contrast two different topics. Okay. You see, compare two contrast, you can see the subject or the topic very well. Okay. Just now I show you there is images because the background contrast. So that's why you can see the picture, the women picture inside on top of the screen, on top of the window. You see that? This one, you see the two different things using divided into two. Okay, the green color and the gray color, the divided outdoor activity and hobby. Okay, and then you see the percentage in between here. This one is talking about internet. Okay, this one is talking about activity. This one is talking about infographic. This one is talking about data. So infographic, you see all the images here. You see the different. Now you can see clearly why you have a infographic and data visualization. Infographic, you can see images. You see that the icon here. Okay, the icon here. The images you can see clearly. And when you look at the data visualization, you won't see images. You see the number. Okay. This number you can use pie chart, you can use graph to present the overall result. Okay. You see the difference now? And this one, that is very clear. This one very clear because always we say about left brain and right brain. They say artist brain is on the right hand side. Okay, business people will be left hand side. I am not sure it's correct or not. Okay, you see, you are free spirit, artistic, creative. We are creative. We are right hand side person. Creative, fun, poetry, century, and so on, so on. Okay, and then you get more information on the right hand side and left hand side. You see the contrast between these two. If you're using other images for contrast purpose, to show the comparison, using other images, any other besides the brain, any other image better than brain? Any idea? Besides brain? Brain is a very common image we use for, to compare left and right. We can compare like Cyberjaya and Kacang. What is food in the Kacang? What is food in good in Cyberjaya? Then we can see the difference. Okay, so we can use map to differentiate, or we can use food to divide it. Okay, we can, if we want to talk about food, then you make sure that the food can tell the different location. It can divide it into two. Or you can use the, the plate. We eat food, you can separate into, sometimes they have different components. Maybe the plate, because we are using plate to put our food. So maybe they divided special plate and divided, one is for rice, the other one's for, for veggie. So we can use that as an image, for the whole thing to talk about food in two different locations, from Kajang side and for Cyberjaya side. Okay, so you must play very specific image if you really want to compare. Otherwise, you get wrong information. Okay, just by the brain, just nice, because they want to compare the information between these two sides of the brain. Okay, wait for a while, and we go to the next one. I'm looking someone who camera is working. Who camera is not working? Did I call Yiming before?
Yiming, haven't, huh?
Yiming, this one is more complicated. Good luck to you. What do you see? Maybe I make it smaller. What do you see? It's very clear now, smaller.
At first, I see a frog.
Yes.
And then is it a people?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
You see
hanging there.
hanging there. You know what they do? They are doing yoga poses now.
Oh, I see.
Because I'm a yoga teacher also, so that's why I know what kind of poses. I do part-time yoga instructor as a yoga instructor.
Wow.
Anyone want to help her? What is a yoga poses? By they join together, become a big picture of a flock. Jian, Jia, Sufan, Soon.
So someone say 2 people and someone say 3 human. 5 person at there, Tion say. Is it?
Wow, Jian so good, eh? Yes, 5. Yes. Jian, do you go internet and check the information? Do you? Jian? Do you go in anyway to pick up this information? No? Otherwise, how do you know it's 5?
He say he saw it before.
So wanted I thought you can see so clearly. Wow.
I only got see 3. Okay, big 5. So curious.
Actually, it's 5. Actually, it's 5. Let me see. You see, can you see 1 here? 1 here? And then 1 here. 3, 4, and then the middle one, 5.
Oh, so they are like meeting.
Yeah, this you know what? You know they are naked. They put color and texture in their body. So they want, because they of course they have picture. They decided want to create the flock images. So that's why all the color and the pattern create the flock images. Even though they pose together, you see, so nice. It's just like a flock, a piece of flock. A flock. It doesn't look like different people are joining together. When you look in detail, it's really playful on this, right? And the color, you see, the colors is so nice. Well put together into these compositions. Okay, but when you look at bigger images, you may not see clearly. You know why? Because they are background texture on this quite clear background texture. That's why they merge together very well. Okay, so rest for a while. 1 second, then we go to next. hierarchy. Hierarchy is organized into different levels. Even though they are different levels, they are connected. Okay, and then they usually do hierarchy. You want to show the certain topic, just like primary pyramid chart or flow chart. You see that? You cannot separate all of you cannot separate all, but they all come together along into one. Okay, this one you see the canonical order. They are based on a different period, different time, but they usually from bottom to the top. Okay, you see that slowly they go up high. Usually that's why they call pyramid chart. Okay, this one is about the story about Egypt family tree. So that's why they from century to century, from great grandfather until the king today. Okay, and then also you can look at the different century. The costume are different. Maybe they want to emphasize the costume in certain period based on using the family tree. This one clearly, you know, Maslow hierarchy about the food, the human need. This is very common. This one very famous. I think this one is doing quite some time already, but still a lot of my PhD students sometimes also using his pyramid charts for their study. Okay, you not necessarily have to use three triangle. You can use this way. You see the flow chart, psychology, safety, love, belonging. They slowly stack up. But of course, the primary images, the final output going to look like from top to the from bottom to the top. The pyramid or triangle shape. Okay, that's why on the top usually it's sharp because it narrowed down, more focus. Then this is a hierarchy. You see, because he's a CEO, so he's a main key person for the organization chart. For your university, the CEO usually is put on the top, and then maybe they have different program or different unit, and then taking charge, and then after that you have program. Then you have program head, you have a program head, and then you have before program head, you have department head. Okay, so all this is part of it. For example, for you, you have like on top will be your final year student. Then after you have second year student, then you have you may have like in MMU you have final year, and you have alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. Okay, all these charts are different. Flow chart. Okay. Okay, you see all the different flow chart is usually you are using it. It's not that complicated. Complicated depend on how much information you want to deliver. Okay. And this one here, 7 habits. Some other images is covered the typography but it's okay because you saw the clear topic here, so it's okay for me to cover it. But when you might make sure that this topic will not count, you have to make sure that they have a first info first before you can allow you to cover all certain image, certain text you're not allowed to see on the screen. Okay. So this one you can use simple line, but using color to differentiate the flow chart. And this one you can use animals, you can use bird, you can even use insect. Not necessarily have to use human. Depend on the content. Because this one is a logo design for a certain company. So that's why they use the company want to use bird for their logo. So he look all the logo. Of course, the logo they have the name of the bird, and then the female and male bird look, how they look like, how do they simplify. So from based on that, they allow to choose one logo for your final. So end up they choose this as the final logo. You see that? So that's why when you want to study, want to create a logo, you need to know what final output the client look forward, and what kind of bird they are looking. Maybe this bird is play very important role, or this bird is very significant in that place, in that location. Okay, so that's why this is very important. You study it. You line up in this way, then the client can see clearly, then they're allowed to choose for their final logo. Okay, they're even simple as using line only. Okay, for their logo, color should be. And then they put the floor here for the color, then the client can choose the color for the logo. You see that? The combination between these two. Okay, therefore, I haven't called Kai Feng before. Guan Fai.
Yes.
Hong Fai.
Guan
Yes.
Fai. You see what is the, what can you, wait, maybe I
saw a lot. I saw the but
what bird?
I don't know call what already.
Owl.
叫什么啊？
Okay.
Owl.
Ouch.
You see, if you put other images, other bird, maybe it doesn't make sense, because this specific bird, he have the similar texture with this the skin of this tree. Correct or not?
Yes.
Yeah, they merge very well. So that's why I mentioned to you just now, when you choose whatever images, very important, just like this one. You want bird to create bird image to create a logo. So they have to study many different type of logo, and they want to have playful, they want to have modern, they want to look lusty, they want to look young, they want to look organic. You see all this, all this information out here. And of course, you want to, before this artist, he want to put it the specific bird or specific images. He had to study the texture of this skin first. You see that, the texture. And then they merge together very well, get along very well. But even though they have but actually the lighting background at the back are quite interesting. At first I thought they have something there because they pulled away my attention from the tree here, but I couldn't find anything there. Maybe there is accidentally they have take the images, take this photo, they have some lighting out there. Do you see anything in the background? Do you? No, right? Yeah, I think they focus on the tree here. Okay, so we rest for a while, we go to the next one. List 8. List is play very important role. So this is part of the type of infographics for mobile. It's play very important role in this text and icon because mobile is so small. Our phone, you using phone every day, correct? Not without phone you die, don't you? You lost information, you lost contact. Okay. If one day ask you without eating kacang satay, or 1 year without eating kacang satay, you are okay. But if one day ask you don't use phone, you're going to die, right? You're going to miss out a lot of things. Okay, you worry this and worry that, or somebody call me, or someone will send me important messages I cannot read, or so on, so on. Okay, so that's why the icon play a very important role. So information in form of text, view content quickly. And the mobile is such a small, but you can view the content quickly. Let me ask you, when you purchase a new phone, do you need somebody to teach you how to use? One thing, when you purchase a phone, what is the first impression? You on, how you know where is the button? You know where is the icon? You know where to send message? Yes or no?
You're calling me.
Yeah, lah. Yeah,
just now I go to toilet.
Aiyo, you didn't tell me you want to take a break.
Sorry.
Okay, so when you purchase a phone, do you need the salesman teach you how to use?
No need. I just go to internet, see how to use the phone is okay already.
Oh, okay. That means the information very clear inside in their company. They put it into a website, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually you really go through the detail, not necessary, right?
I will see the details first.
You read before you check on the different function in the mobile phone.
Yeah, I need to see the function is 适合我没有
Oh,
yeah.
okay, 适合 okay. You know what, because you when you first time maybe you buy phone, you get your phone, you may want to go to the internet and check a certain function. But after second time, third time, you get a new phone, you may just play around first, but then you certain information function, you don't know how to use, then you go to check internet, correct or not?
Yeah.
Because they are using the consistency icon and the list in the mobile. Because mobile is small screen, they are not allowed to play the long text or long big images. Okay, usually they're using text and icon for the information. Okay. You see that? You see that they don't put a lot images that they're using icon. You see that here? You see here, or a text, a lot of text, long text here. But you see that they're using small tiny images here. Even though these small images here is car. Okay, and toilet bowl, even though small, you still can see, right? You see that? User experience, for example, this all clock. You have a clock image inside your mobile phone. When you see the clock, you click, you adjust your time, or you set up your alarm. Correct or not? All this is a list and icon. Simple. Okay. Yeah. Some other way complicated design. And then, but for user experience, usually using list your icon. This one usually happen inside your mobile. You see this. Okay. Inside the mobile, you only see icon. You not even see the text. Okay. This one is for computer based. When you go to website, you see all this. Okay. So you see that the content they're using list. They have a small icon here. Okay, but the home, you see that the images are home. I try to see any other home again. Even though your mobile, you see phone, you see clock image, you see camera image, you see search image using the similar tool you see on the web and you see in the mobile. Because the icon you see, most of them are from the web design. Okay, before they start the mobile, because the web design is history longer than mobile, and mobile is a small screen, so that to play the small images, so they make sure that the images of the icon have to be very clear. When people see the icon, they know where to go, where to click. The look and feel, they look at the icon, they know what to do, what is the function, what is the purpose. Okay. List is not easy to use. That's why you see in the home, the logo, the home list, you see on the web, you see on the mobile, it didn't change so much. Because they are not allow you to change so much. You change so much, then user will not know how to use, don't know what is the function, what is the purpose. So that's why they maintain the home from the web design into mobile as well. You see this one talk about mindfulness communication. They're just using color, a simple line. Let me enlarge it. You see that? But of course, they not using simple color, using watercolor. In the watercolor, mix into different color, and then have some texture. So make it very interesting. Yeah, you see, I hate this always come up. Okay, so the communication purpose very important. You see here. They're divided into few stages. You see the icon here, mouth, brain, here again. Okay, and human and sign again, signboard. This sign, what we saw, this signboard is on the road. What is the purpose again? When we are driving, I forgot about this. Anyone know about this sign when you're driving? Is it stop sign?
Attention, không phải say.
Oh, attention could be. Is it attention? Or when your car broke down, then you put a signboard there. Then attention, you don't, drive so fast. I'm in front. My tire got problem and so on, something like that. Okay, makes sense. So that's why you put a signboard there. You have to be a good reason. This one for communication purpose: 9% writing, 16% reading, 30% talking, 40 for 57% is for listening. This may be specific courses. Okay. Okay, now we finish for 8. We still got 4 more to go because we have 12. Oh, this one is very interesting. Just now, who say the five figure body? Exactly who is the person? Is it Quan Fei?
Jion.
Jion, tell me what is this? Can you all see?
I see a person who is very familiar. Excellent.
Jion, you go internet and check. How about others? Actually, there are 3 figures joined together into one. Do you see the old lady face? Can you see old lady face first, or 2 soldiers?
They say they can see the old lady grandmother.
Okay, this whole thing, you see this is the hair of the grandmother. Okay, I follow you, say grandmother. Okay, and they have a 2 soldier here is the eyes for this old lady. Okay, and this, when you look at the separately, this is actually 2 soldiers and the horse here. 2 soldiers on top of the horse. And when you look at the big picture, you see 2 eyes. You're no longer soldier again. That would be big grandmother face.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 horse and 4 people. Someone.
Yes. And this is a mountain. But when you look at the old lady, it becomes the clothes, either the front image, the clothing of these women wear. If you look at the 2 soldiers and a horse, this one will become a white mountain, right? So that's why the interpretation is very important. The combination between the background color and the front. The front images is so important. You see that it can be a rock, it can be a snow mountain. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone says she saw another horse at the right side. Is that you got horse?
Another what?
Horse.
Another horse. Right hand side here.
Just above the 4th person.
Yeah.
Yes, the cursor is there. The cursor is there.
Another horse.
More accurately, the head of a horse.
I see the hair of these old ladies.
Maybe need some imagination.
It
know,
is
that's why-
on the
that's
top
why
of the fourth
Yeah.
person.
That's why I mentioned to you, infographics and information have to be very clear. It's not, you don't let people see and then do guessing. That's why I give you all example. You see, that's it. That you draw. You are sitting in your computer, prepare the infographic in so many hours. You think that that is apple, but people and audience, you may not see that is apple because that is your own interpretation. So you want to make sure that there is apple. Everybody see is apple. Then that is confirmed. Your infographic, the message is clear. You know what I mean? Now that's why all the images I put up here for you to guess. That's why whatever you see is already, for other people may see only 2 soldiers, just like the flock. You see 5 ladies there, join and form a flocks, but only some other only see 2, some other only see 3. So that's why their interpretation are different. So that's why you want to, for the infographic, you have to be very precise and confirm and clear. Deliver the image easy for the audience. Don't let people to guess. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, I put it up there. That means that whatever you see is correct. No. Okay, so that's why you have to do a lot of testing. That's why I ask you, different people see and they give me the different answer. Okay, take a break. Now we go to anatomical. It's part of the important type of infographic. That is very important is because of the structure and the composition. Okay, show the composition, show how the thing work together. Something work well. Composition, just like the flock, the composition 5 figure put together very well as a flock. Okay, there's something working out very well. This side, this is the complicated information. You see that there are some different level, different information with different color. The orange color maybe they consider is a same group. The gray color is another group. Okay, and then the black color is considered the main group. Okay, the wine fair. And then this one is a bit slightly not complicated, but it's give you a lot of detail, a lot of information. The different color, it tell you that different bottle and different, even though the wine, you see the bottle, the shape of the bottle, if you don't see detail, you thought that they are similar type of wine bottle. Actually, you look at it carefully, actually the bottle are different. They are different because different bottle, they carry different content, the different type of wine. Okay, and then they give you, you see that the color change. The color up here will give you a basic information, the guide about regarding the wine. Okay, you see how you drink wine. This kind of information. This one is considered a big poster. For example, they put outside the entrance, so people when they go to try out the wine, they would know all this information before they try. That's how I went to one in California, in what's that? Sonoma. I think it's called Sonoma. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we tried out all kind of wine there, and then with a clear, great information. So different wine and different information. It's very stated, very clear, and then very clean. This poster, even though there are so many images, but very clean, compare with the one and the left hand side. To be honest, I only see the center here. The rest, I don't know what I would like to view first. This one is different. I can see from based on the bottle, or either I can separate see this one first if I want to know how to drink wine. If I want to know the basic guide of the different type of wine, and then I look at this information. I can start from any level I want. Okay, and then different wine, the different shape of glass. You know, the glasses here are all different. You see that the size of the bottle, the size of the glass. You see, very interesting. If you place different thing out there, it will be give you a wrong information. Maybe that is not so clear. When you go to, even though you never visit the wine factory, you never try that, you don't have that kind of experience, but you can feel it. Okay, look at it, you can feel it. But for me, it definitely I can feel it because I went to visit the wine factory before, and then I visit their grape farm. I see how they build see the environment there. So it's meaningful.
Dr. Forest, just a reminder, it's almost 11 a.
Yeah,
11
don't worry,
o'clock.
I will do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are 9 already, so we have time. So this one is anatomy. Sometimes using human body, human as a skeleton. Okay, they present it in certain part of the body. You see this one, they're using this simple figure, but they different part, different meaning behind. Okay, yeah. It's in the building, the detail inside the building. We can see the buildings, but we didn't know the detail inside. So that's why at the side there, both sides, they give you the different floor and different message for different floor and different content in different floor. Okay, I went to see this building before, but I think the image is more interesting than what I see the original. Okay, so this one also the church. Okay, the building. Even though the top building have a meaning behind, you see that there are different step to go up, and then they can open. They have different speaker. I think there is speaker. I'm not very sure also. Okay, for announcement. And then you see these two posters, the color are amazing. Huh? The information is very clear with the content of the information. They play the color super well. Okay, so we take a break. Then we go to next. This one I'm not very sure what I can see. This one is more complicated. What can you see? Jion? Jion, after I will tell my colleague, the one student here also called Jion. Can you see? Jion is our S-Dean. You can see what you can see here. I think in the center here.
Yeah, Jion is you.
I make it smaller. Can you see something?
One big face. Which
As
big face?
important is the two eyes here, right? You see that the two eyes here, a pair of eyes here. And then this one can be a circle. You see that can be a surface. You see that the mustache here. You see the face here. You see the round circle here, right? The big face, right? This one can be a mouse, and this one can be a hair, or this can be a hair, right? Yeah. So it depends on how you look at it. In the future, you go outside and then you take the sky. You look at the ground. You can see any images or not. Okay.
Jion say anger eyes.
Anger eyes. These two so obvious, but I can't see anything outside. Outside this center, the side there, I can't see anything. Do you see anything on the side there? Both side? No, right? Yeah. This play very important role. I don't know, is a tree here or sculpture here, or the rock here, because it's like a hair to make it solid of the round face, round circle of the head. Okay, we rest for a while. Then we go to the next one. Resume, visual resume, interesting. They say why resume so quickly growing popularity. You know why? Because resume right now you can put into use it for display, experience, skill, and goal. last time when my times are when I send out recipe is full of text. We never display our experience. We never display other images inside beside the text and our talk about our experience. Because right now you have a linkage, you have research gate, you have so many media for you to post your information inside. So that's why you put more interesting images there. They make it clearer, and then whatever you can display using images, then the people will hire you. You see, this is interesting of storyteller. You know, storyteller resume like this. Okay, storyteller resume like this. And the CEO, maybe in a digital media designer. This digital media designer, how does the resume look like? Next time after you graduate, you have to prepare your resume and so on. Okay. So you may, for me, I was thinking don't put like this in your resume like that. You can put this one as your background, as a printout at the back. At the back of your resume, the front page is all your detailed information. That is my resume. Okay, usually at the back of my resume, I will put all the images on my previous project and my experience. I show in photo, but very light photo, very light color. Otherwise, you take away the image, the text images in front. Also depend on what kind of paper you want to print it out. Okay, sometimes it's too light, you see the images at the back. So it will destroy and then it will spoil the text in front for your future CEO to read through. Okay, so make it interesting thing. Okay, one of my I saw one of resume. You know, they fold it into like butterfly origami base. Then they open, they see so many interesting out there. Different. You open one, then you see something instead of they will. In the other hand, they guide you there to see what is the higher hierarchy information you want to deliver to show your friends. That's why you have to take time to open. And then there is the interaction side between your future CEO and your resume. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, but you have to choose the right thing to fold. Okay, it may be the company, just like the company you're using bird as a logo. Then you fold as a bird images. Then they say how you care of the company, how you pay attention of the company, how you know the bird as a main symbol for the company. So that means this, you care, you know, they will impress. Okay, you do a lot of research, even though you are not sure you are hiring or not, but you at least you take the effort. Okay, that is people will appreciate. And then this is a designer, this is you, okay, your designer. Usually very common is I see the picture, then I see all the text, you know, based on color, using different form. So this one is very common. And this one also common using, you know, images. If you want images, you know, you put, usually very common is put your own photo inside. And this is experience, okay. But now you are more creative in the different media. So this one is very traditional. When I was student time, when I'm looking for a job, then this is my resume on the right hand side. Now my resume more interesting because I love to play around and I like to create something as a record. Okay, because I see things differently. Today I see something, I will quickly sketch it out because you only have one brain. You don't remember whatever you see 20 minutes ago. Especially you have so many subjects, and then I have so many things need to take care. So I won't remember what everything happened in 20 minutes ago. So I immediately sketch out. I usually have small, tiny sketchbook I create myself because I like to do book design. Okay, I like to use book exhibition before. I did book exhibition before in California. So I didn't have a chance to show you images here, my picture here, my photo here. Okay, so I like to create something using handmade. Of course, digital will be final output for to show people in the future for my poster. This is a visual resume. This is a very common standard. This one will not go wrong. Okay, people may want to see more things is because more interesting things happen. Okay. Depend on your background. You see this storytelling, of course, you like to see who and the actor, so on, so on. Makes sense. Okay. So visual resume. Okay. So take a rest. What do you see now? Soon. What do you see now?
A lion.
Yes. Lion, correct. It's very obvious. If just I mentioned to you just now, if I put a map, world map into the zebra, they will not see because they have a lot of legible coastline and texture. Very obvious. And then they maintain the color because if you put other animals, maybe it doesn't make sense because lion color is brown color and light yellow color, so they make sense because the background right now is a dry grass at the back. Okay, so they like the leaf is look browny color, so very match for the lion. So if you put other images inside, you put other for example, you put monkey, maybe it doesn't look like, okay, doesn't match very well. Okay. So that's why you play images one to another, play very important role. Okay. Why there's so many sounds? Okay. Photo base very important. Infographics. Okay, they usually using infographic for text and data, explain the point. You see, use for the eyes catching experience. Okay, you see this. These are images you are familiar for a poster. You see the percentage here, the number here, the name there is clearly stated. The bigger number, the bar here is longer. And the food they eat, different food and they carry different number. You see that they're using different color for the different fruit and different food. Smoothie, you see, for healthy purpose all this food here. You see the nutrition eat, okay? Visionaries. They very clear. All this picture. This picture is not illustrator. It's not illustration. Sorry, not illustrator. Illustrator is a tool. Illustrations. You see clear images. How many miles this person walk, and then what happened in the Sydney in that specific day, specific time, and talk about the temperature. And this one is talking the animals. They're using elephants in that specific place in Africa. Okay. This is using image space. Depending on what kind of images. This is for food. Of course, you have to take food images. This one is different meaning, different content. This one also clear picture, but this one using simple outline and using color to show it. Okay. Of course, the images is, even though you cannot see clearly, but you make sure that different type of dog. Okay, different type of dog and use different type of dogs using different colors to show it in the poster. And of course, they will tell you that this type of color they have information of different dot on top. You see that there is a basic information you have to keep it on top. Okay. What do you see? You see snow on top of the mountain. What do you see? So, yeah. So fun. How many bear?
3 or 4. I don't know.
So far, I saw 3. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. I saw 3 because I based on their year, you know. Maybe here got something, but I think it's only 3 so far.
Okay.
Yeah, try to see other you see, how many eagle you see? Eagles.
So weird. Convey say a turtle head.
Turtle head ah. Where got turtle head?
I saw an eagle head lah. And
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
the rock
Eagle
there.
head here, right? Then eagle here. You know why they let you, why they hint you? They put you an eagle here, a clear eagle here. Then they want you to, so how smart your eye, can see other eagle. Okay, the eagle here, you see that? Eagle
Related,
face
right?
here. Then eagle face here. I saw 2 eagle face here, but maybe you can see more. I'm not really sure. Okay. Interesting, huh? If they won't put this eagle here, I may not see eagle here. No? I will not guess. I will only looking for the bear. Okay. So interactive is the last 12 common types of infographics. You have to fully engage with the information. Interactive, usually the information and the icon and infographic is playing clearly inside your mobile phone and your website, because you can allow to click and not allow to go certain places. You see that? Actually, the original, when you click on the building here, you're allowed to interact, or you're allowed to click on the map here, then it will show you the building. But I cannot show it here. Okay, when you go to their website, you can see. Then you allow to enlarge and small, and then to zoom in and zoom out about the building here. Okay, you go and try that out later. But let me compile all together. I send it to your lecturer, then we pass it to you. But try to don't send it out, because this need to ask permission, because it's not belong to me. All these images belong to these researchers from this website. Okay, so we have to make it clear that whatever we are using here need to citation. It's not belong to me. I have to clearly state it out here. You see that? You talk about evolution of the web for interactive purpose. Of course, very obvious, you can see all the computer here. But here, using all the animals and creature here on the tree, also make it very interesting. It's like a small leaf, right? It's like a leaf on top of the tree. You don't separate it, into different images, but all the small tiny icon become a part of the tree, also part of a leaf. So you don't see any single leaf on top of this tree. Okay, and then this one is talking about the history of sushi in Japan, in a different location, and how the sushi made, how the process of making a piece of sushi, how the sushi form, how the history come. You see that? Very interesting, this one. A simple, but of course they're using all the images related to Japanese culture. You cannot put Malaysia flag there. You cannot put Malay inside. You have to put the Japanese figure, either Chinese face there. No, you have to put Japanese feature, the face. Look at, oh, there's Japanese. You won't see that it's Malay, they are Indian, and so on. Okay, so that's why the images play very important, even though they are very small. You see that sometimes you do sketches before you put into your final output, but even those small sketches also look very interesting. You see that some just only 2 color, blue, even though you can use your blue ink pen, either black ink pen, just quickly sketch out. I don't have time, otherwise I'll show you how designer to put all her the sketches together into very interesting art design. Okay, you see this? Okay, this is the last image I want to show you. What do you see? This is a very common image. I think most of you see this before. This I put in the last. What do you see? Yiming, what do you see, Teo Yiming? Still Yiming? Yiming, are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What do you see?
A woman.
There are two women here. Which one?
The how to say?
One young,
I
one
can
old.
see.
There
Yeah,
are two, one young lady and one old lady.
yeah.
Okay.
The one is the young lady is like the side. We can see
Yeah.
from the side. Yeah.
Yes. This is the young lady face. This is a young lady face. Okay. Up to here is young lady face. She's facing the other side. The whole thing is a old lady. This is the mouth of old lady. This is the nose of this old lady. Can you all see that clearly?
Yes, can see.
Yeah. When you want to see old lady, you see old lady. When you want to see young lady, they become young lady, right? So depends which one you want to see. When you reduce, the size of the this picture, it may give you a clearly see it, right? Okay. Okay. So before I end of this sections, I want you, students here, all of you here, I think 11 students here. So I would like you to create the image and the logo. This logo is a 1 by 1 inch. Only 1 by 1 inch. You create 5 of it. Okay, your lecturer will review it. Okay, not me. So 1 by 1, 1 inch by 1 inch, square box. For example, OG on your initial name is OCO, right? And Tan Su Fen, your initial name is TSF, right? TSF. Try using your initial name to create your logo based on 1 by 1 using one typeface, but they are different size. But you can chop off your typeface. You can make sure you must make sure that there is can see the alphabet, even though you chop half of the O, but you can tell that it's O. But no numbers. I don't want number. I want all in alphabet. Okay, like yup, your is a YJJ. How you put YJJ in three different side or same side? Play around in the 1 by 1 inches square box. Okay. Okay, I can stop recording.